Feels good to be back. It's my favorite house. It'll miss me while I was gone.
Yeah, not really. Was actually nice not hearing you scream every 5 minutes.
Wow, missed you too, cat! Gosh! Do anything fun while I was gone? Huh?
Well, I took a cat nap. That was fun. I ate some fatty tuna, stole some lasagna from the neighbor's cat yesterday, watched that new trailer.
Well, trailer for what?
Oh, nothing huge, just that new trailer for Persona 5 Royal.
That was today? Fuck!
Aw, man, here we go again! It's been a while, guys, but I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new trailer for Persona 5 The Royal, for real this time. And oh my god, there is so much new content, so many new characters, and a ton of other crap shown off in this trailer. I don't even know where to start, but hey, I'll try my best. Because believe me, there is a ton to this trailer, and a bunch of stuff I bet you didn't even notice. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First thing we gotta talk about, the thing that everybody's talking about, the new female character, which was teased at us last month, and now we finally have some details about her. Her name is Kasumi Yoshizawa, a new student at Shujin Academy. She's also a rhythmic gymnast, and a pretty good one at that. But that's not all. Despite saying how much she dislikes the Phantom Thieves, it appears that she will be joining our ranks in Persona 5 The Royal. And I gotta say, I freaking love her! God, her Phantom Thief attire is so amazing, and she appears to be wearing the same colors as Joker. What? That's weird. But unlike Joker, instead of using a knife, she wields a dueling sword and shoots a sawed-off shotgun. Her character design is rather different for the series. She kind of reminds me of a masquerade dancer. She has that little flower, and her mask is very unique. And come to think of it, she kind of reminds me of Zoro in a lot of ways as far as her character design goes. But is that really the main inspiration? We won't know until we get her codename, which is still unknown. Another interesting thing about her is we don't even know what part in the story she's gonna play, because the website specifically mentions that we are unsure if she is friend or foe. Kinda mysterious, but I'll give my thoughts on this aspect of her character in the speculation section of the video. But what we do know is that yes, she does fight alongside the Phantom Thieves, and yes, she is really cool. Oh, but we ain't done yet, no. Bam! New character, Takuo Muruki of the Consultant Archon. What? That's not a thing. What? This new character is actually a part-time student counselor who was hired after a certain teacher's misconduct at the start of the school year. They're talking about him. And based on what the students are saying, they really like him because he gives great advice and really listens to what they have to say. What a great guy. However, the Consultant Arcana hasn't shown up in past Persona games, so many people were quick to assume that this character would be a replacement for P5's son, Confidant, Yoshida, since both their cards resemble depictions of the sun. But I have my doubts, and here's why. If you examine his tarot card more closely, you will see at the very top there is a number 1 in a similar fashion to the Magician card. So I believe this to be just an additional confidant instead of a replacement, since Mercury, the god of the sun, also has many ties to this arcana's true meaning. Not even the most far-fetched thing in the world, since in Persona 4 Golden, we had the same exact thing with the Hunger/Lust card. But I am actually legitimately happy that female fans of the series have another attractive male character to drool over, because let's just be real about it. Us dudes, we got Takemi and Kawakami, while they just kind of had EY for a while, and I think that's a good thing. But here's the thing, right? These characters were not present in the original Persona 5 games, so what gives? And here's my 2 cents on it, right? Persona 5 The Royal does not appear to be a remake of the base Persona 5 game like Persona 4 Golden was for its game. Instead, they are heavily pushing this phrase, third semester. What the crud does this mean? For those who don't remember, Joker is a second year, so why would he be on his 3rd semester? And why are so many of the things found in the vanilla Persona 5 game changed? Like, calling this a remake, I don't think really fits, because as we'll find out, I think the entire story of P5 will be changed in this new game. For example, what the crud is going on here? Huh? Why is Morgana suddenly a handsome man? Not my words, by the way, just the translation. How can characters that were supposed to be dead now be alive? How can Joker even be at a New Year's party anyways if he's supposed to be in Juvenile Hall? Things are really different in Persona 5 The Royal. Okay? What is the exact reasoning behind this third semester? We don't really know yet. But my hunch is that this new girl may be responsible for all these new events. That and, well, Atlas had to tweak the story a bit to fit in all these new days, all these new cutscenes, all the new story events that I'm sure this new game is going to have. So while it might kind of be similar to Golden, in Persona 4 Golden, not a lot about the main story changed, but that doesn't appear to be the case here. That's what I'm trying to say here. And speaking of new, yeah, there's a lot of that, okay? All right, on this one, we're gonna go rapid fire, so hope you can keep up. Bam! Brand new neighborhood, Kichi Georgie neighborhood. Explore it, it looks awesome, I love it. New date sites like an aquarium, a sharpshooter penguin club where you can play darts, why is it called that? Tons of new animated cutscenes, oh my god, there's a lot. Some of the main Phantom Thieves appear to have new character artworks, which is kind of weird because some of them also in the same trailer do not. I don't know what's up with that. Grappling Hook, which is accompanied by new dungeon redesigns and new puzzles for us to solve. New treasures inside the palaces, which tie to new gameplay mechanics. New shadows to battle. Adjustments have been made to mementos. Thank you, Jesus. The Velvet Twins can now go outside of the Velvet Room and spend time with you, possibly meaning a new Confidant redesign, or at least I hope so. New, super flashy cut-in attacks, and the duo attacks from Persona 4 Golden make a return. Futaba finally gets an all-out attack animation. They don't show it. You can now send selfies and pictures to your friends on your phone. Catherine had that. Makes sense for her to be here. A new user interface option, something weird is happening to the Velvet Room, maybe a new style of fusion, we don't freaking know. All of this, and the graphics have been updated, since this game is a PS4 exclusive. That's a lot of stuff, okay? And while that's kind of to be expected for re-release, you know, they gotta add new things so you spend your money playing a game you already played, the sheer amount of content they showed off in this one trailer blows my mind, okay? And here's why. They are going to give us even more information in May. Like, what the crud, dude? Now, it should be no surprise that Atlas was going to do this. I mean, there's a running pattern here. They remade Persona 3 two different times, with Persona 3 FES fixing a lot of glitches and adding a new epilogue, which was well appreciated at the time. Then they did it again with Persona 3 Portable, adding a female option to the game and also letting you control your party members in combat. Persona 4 Golden, we went over that. It's great. You can get the game. And even like a couple months ago, they released Catherine Full Body, which is a remake in a similar fashion with Catherine. So we kind of knew that this was going to happen, but to this level of severity, this is crazy. I just got a fanboy for a minute, all right? It should come as no surprise that I'm a big fan of the Persona series. And while I really, really liked Persona 5, there were a couple things I wasn't too keen on, right? So the grappling hook has to be my favorite feature because there is just so much you can do with that, given the, you know, horizontal and vertical movement that Joker can do. And from what it appears to be in the trailer, they're also reworking some of the puzzles. And while I love Kamoshida's castle, a lot of the other palaces don't really have that same level of quality. So now that they're doing a soft remake, they can actually patch up those areas and give us really cool palaces instead of just, you know, you got the castle and the casino and then the others, you know? Now, I don't think all of the palaces are going to completely change, but just, you know, a couple of new mechanics here and there can really make playing through the game a second time a whole lot of fun, in my opinion. Now, the next thing I want to say is, and I know I'm going to sound crazy, but Persona 5, it feels kind of short. It is technically the longest Atlas game they've ever made, right? But you just have the final battle on Christmas, and then that's it. Like, the game's over, you know? There's so many more events you could do in spring and, you know, winter that we don't really get to see. So the fact that they're adding more days to the game, most likely, I don't know why they take days away in a remake, but I guess they technically could. That, along with some of the stuff that happens in the summer and just that whole Morgana Ryuji feud, can we just write that out? That'd make me really happy. It's only once I started to think about the segments of P5 that I didn't like that I started to really get excited for a remake. But a lot of this rests on the shoulders of our new female character. If I really like her and I like her inclusion, I'm gonna be happy with the remake. If she turns out to just be a kind of tacked on thing, an afterthought, whatever you want to call it, I'm probably not going to be that pumped about this game. But luckily for us, because she is actually a party member and appears to be a big part of the game even early on, because in one of these scenes you kind of interact with her in spring, right? So that's getting my hopes up. I just really want to see some of that chemistry with the other Phantom Thieves, though. A similar character, Marie, didn't really have that in her game like at all, and it felt really forced and awful, and I disliked it. I'm also happy to see that some of the staples of the Persona series, like the New Year's event, that's coming back, which is pretty darn nice. We also have what appears to be a school dance. I don't know why else a disco ball would be in the school, but, you know, dancing is kind of a big part of Persona. I'm not joking when I say that, so I like that. But I also want to see some new stuff that, you know, like the series has never done, because let's be honest, if we're going to do another Hot Spring event, the series is going to get a little repetitive. So I'm really hoping that there's just some brand new crud we've never even seen before. Operation Babe Hunt, you know, that's classic, Valentine's Day, whatever, but just give me something new, Atlas, that I didn't even know I wanted until I got it in Persona 5 The Royal. And my final just hope/request, I don't even know what this segment is, fix Mementos! I hate the idea of having to go through Mementos, the entire dungeon, all over again. Holy crud, that is the only thing I'm not looking forward to in this remake. If that doesn't change, oh boy, you're gonna hear me complaining about it, alright? Okay, my little rant is over. However, at this point in the video, I am gonna put up a spoiler warning, because there was one other thing I noticed while watching this trailer, and it's spoiler related, so just click to this time, and we'll be past it. Alright, they gone? Cool. Akechi's alive in Persona 5 The Royal. This is not a drill. He is actually in one of the cutscenes that is brand new. He is right next to Haru. It's 100% his pants when he has his Phantom Thief attire. Well, I guess I should say his other attire. This tells us a couple of things, right? Because Goro is here and he does have access to that side of himself, he is evil, right? But at the same time, what we assume to be Wakaba is still alive, and we don't see any reference to Shido at all. Like, what's going on here, dude? I also find it really surprising that Atlas puts his white Phantom Thief costume on the actual box art of the game, and for the longest time, Atlas would never show that in promotional, like, documents or anything, but in this he's right front and center. It's super weird. So I think that this game is really going to focus a lot on Akechi, because first off, he's an extremely popular character for good reason, and a lot of fans had criticism that because Akechi did not get to atone for his crimes, he just kind of dies off screen, that wasn't really the best possible ending. So maybe that's what Persona 5 The Royal is all about. Personally, I believe this to be tied to a new dungeon. We didn't get confirmation that there would be a new palace in the game, but I mean, come on. It's a re-release, they're probably gonna do that. I believe the new dungeon to actually be either tied to Akechi's either redemption or rescue attempt, or just something revealing the true nature of the new party member. A lot of people are saying that this is Sainijima's casino palace crumbling, and then Joker decides to go back to save the female character. I'm not too sure about that, but it is undeniable that Goro has returned. Crazy. And with that, we're basically done with all the new info that was inside this first promotional video. But there are a couple of other things I want to talk about, which aren't necessarily fact, more so a little bit on speculation. So, starting from the top, I do believe outfits will be making a return in Persona 5 The Royal. They were kind of absent unless you paid real-world money, and even then, you couldn't really change Joker's, like, day-to-day outfit, for example. In one of the scenes, you can see a clothing icon, so hey, that might be where you go get your new threads. Also, I feel like this one's kind of a given, but I might as well mention it anyways. I believe that in Persona 5 The Royal, there are gonna be a lot of new personas to fuse. In the base Persona 5 game, I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of variety there, but because Atlus's mobile game, I can't believe it's coming to the rescue here, Devil Downloader, they've been cranking out new models, and I assume that because Shin Megami Tensei 5 is also in development, they're making new models for that as well, and they're probably going to overlap a bit in Persona 5 The Royal. Or at least, I hope they do. If they do decide to bring back the Aeon Arcana, they can fill up a lot of slots in that compendium with just Aeon personas, and chances are Kasumi is going to be the Aeon, and here's why. Every time they've done a re-release, be it FES or Golden, the new character always is aligned to that Arcana. But the interesting thing about the Aeon Arcana is that the members that are associated with it aren't always necessarily humans. Aegis was like a robot, and in Persona 4, Marie was, well, not really human either. Will this all tie in to her eventual palace or what have you? Who knows, really. But what is all this piano crap? And who's that on the TV? I'm pretty sure that is all connected to Kasumi. And one last thing. I may have mentioned this before on the channel, but in case you didn't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the final boss of P5. It does fit thematically, just doesn't look the coolest. And I'm really hoping that I'm right on this. But I think Kasumi might be linked to a certain figure from a certain mythology, but that's getting into super speculation, so we're probably going to save that for a later video. If you guys want to see who I think the true final enemy of Persona 5 The Royal will be, hey, I'll make a video on that. So make sure to comment down below. But with that, guys, we are basically done. Oh my gosh, there was so much to go through. I tried to skim every single frame of this video to make sure I did not miss a thing because, man, I love making these videos, and if I miss something or get something wrong, I get really disappointed in myself. So I hope you guys appreciate all the effort I put into this one. Now, it is true, there is going to be another announcement at the Persona 5 concert. I don't know the name. They do a concert every month, it feels like. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover that or not. Yet again, leave a comment if you want to see that from me. I read all my comments. I know a lot of YouTubers do not. Every single day, I try to stay as interactive with you guys as physically possible because I want to be the best content creator that I can be, and I can only do that with your guys' help. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed Persona 5 The Royal, October of this year. For Japan, anyways. Oh, it's 2020 for us Americans. I hope that's in January, but yeah, that's going to just about do it. I just cannot thank you all enough. If you're a new fan, if you're an old fan, I still appreciate you. If you don't even care about Persona and you still watch these videos just to support me, I appreciate you too. And guys, see you in the next video because I got more coming out soon. Hope you're looking forward to it. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.